Hello, today we're going to make a mandala as part of our geometry unit. We were inspired by the cover image on our geometry book, but instead of coloring the image, we are going to put it together using some paper. So the first thing that you'll need is some watercolor paper, and we're using Fabriano 90-pound watercolor paper that you can find from dickblick.com, and it's nice and heavy, and so it will hold up really well to cutting and to watercoloring. So we're also going to be using some Distress ink watercolors, and you can use any watercolors that you'd like. And we are going to be doing our images in colors of yellow, orange, and red, some nice fall colors. And so I've got my 4-year-old doing all the watercoloring for us, which is a great activity for preschoolers and kindergartners because it's just one color on the whole sheet of paper. So this is what it looks like when they're dry. And now I've gone into my Silhouette Cameo program and I've done diamonds and triangles. So you want to make sure that your watercolor paper is nice and dry before you send it through your Silhouette Cameo. And I have just made sure that the paper is adhered to the cutting mat really well before I send it through so that it doesn't curl up and jam the tool while it's cutting. So here are the pieces once it's all done. I'm just going to go ahead and remove this orange sheet from the cutting mat. This is always exciting to take the piece off, and it cuts really well. Most of the pieces come out without a problem, and I usually cut my paper, watercolor paper, with my cutting tool set at 10, which is the highest setting for the blade. We also need some spray adhesive for this project to keep the pieces on the paper. And I found that it was easier for me to spray the whole sheet of paper rather than the individual pieces. So here we are putting our designs together, and we kept it simple and started in the center with some diamonds and then just kind of built the image out around it. Except for my 8th grader who decided to do something more like a rocket. And so here we are just in the process, and I actually really like the designs that the kids made. And here is just the traditional shape of a mandala, just kind of growing from the inside out. And this is one of the images completely done. And so now I'm going to show you how to do one from start to finish. And I just want to show you how easy it is when you use some spray adhesive. It sticks really well, but the thing is it also comes off too in case you don't position it in the right place. And so I'm just going to start in the center, and I'm going to begin putting this image together using, I think I end up using an odd number of diamonds, and it fits just right in the center. There's no there are no empty spaces for the center, and if there were, you could just spread it out so that it was just even. So now I'm just going to do the second layer, and I'm alternating orange and a red-orange color. And as I go along, I kind of wonder if I maybe should have grouped 2 oranges together and then 2 reds together, or maybe I should have done the whole second layer in orange and then the third layer in red. And so at this point I'm like, I don't want to go back and finish it up. But at the end I will show you an alternative to this design, which ends up looking really beautiful for fall. It makes a nice decoration for this season. And so here I am where I went over each color with like either a red or an orange to kind of give it some more symmetry. And then, but this was the original design. I'm just showing you I could just take them off because they weren't really adhered down. So here are some images of our projects when they're all done. And this shiny one, I sent it through my laminator. And I did the same with this one too, and then we cut it out. And that was nice because that way the pieces didn't fall off, because the adhesive works pretty well, but it's not permanent. And this image my 4-year-old did, and I ended up really liking it a lot. It has a nice organic feel to it. Okay guys, thank you for watching.